Hi guys, I'm Nicole. I'm the host in Reclaim Yourself Now, and I've got a special guest today for you who's calling in. It's somebody who recently graduated with us, is going to share a little bit about her journey. So I'm really excited about that, and sit back, hang tight, and let's hear all about what she got for herself. So, Sarah, how long have you been doing this work?
I've been doing it about 4 months.
Okay, awesome. And where were you at in your health, your life journey before working with me? What were those main pain points that had you seek us out and commit to doing this work for yourself?
Yeah, I was at a point where I was fed up, fed up with my health and fed up with all the um, different holistic doctors I had seen. And I felt like I was at this place, like I would see a new doctor, get a new program, and then I would just keep getting worse and worse and worse. So I just kind of got to a point where I was feeling horrible. I felt like I couldn't function well. Um, and I had known about Nicole and her program for several years because we attended the same school. And so I felt like that needed to be my next step.
Great. And I remember even in the beginning you sharing like, oh, I wish I would have done this sooner. I ended up spending all the money.
Yeah, yeah. I pretty much the year before spent the same amount of money just on supplements.
Yep, I totally got that. And at that point, it was 2 years went by, and you were in worse shape.
Yeah.
So, what were you experiencing specifically with your health that just had you in that fed up? I've got to do something now place.
Yeah, and I had been experiencing, like, I have an autoimmune disease and chronic fatigue and digestive issues. But what made me fed up is I just became allergic to everything. Most foods I became allergic to. All the herbs I was taking for different things I became allergic to. And so I had was just feeling horrible constantly. And I was sick of just trying this supplement, trying this supplement, trying this supplement. Um,
Yep. All the guesswork.
yes.
A lot of practitioners, even holistic and even conventional, they, without understanding the root cause, they all have their own approach or their own system or their own supplements or their own, like whatever their process is that they walk people through. But when you boil it down, it's still a bunch of guesswork.
Mhm.
Well, let's try this, well, let's try that, you'll hear them say. Or we think you have this, let's go about that, or this one test showed something, so let's approach that one thing. But without approaching the whole picture and all the root causes at once, it can be really, really frustrating. So one of the things that came to mind is something you said in your graduation, that even your view on functional medicine and functional medicine doctors has changed. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I believe that the majority of functional medicine doctors aren't out there really aren't treating for the root cause and also treating like body, mind, and spirit. Like it's not really a holistic view. Um, I've probably been to at least 10, maybe 15 different holistic doctors, and none of them addressed all of those areas. Mikal was the first one to do so, and was the first one to get to the root cause as well.
Awesome. Um, so what are the biggest changes just in the last 4 months? We know the healing journey continues,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to be navigating life, the rest
Yeah.
of your life. But what are the biggest changes that you've seen in yourself, your health, your family, just all across the board? What are the biggest things that stand out to you that you've experienced now on this side?
So far, my biggest change has been all mental. Um, Most of my anxiety is gone. I handle stress better. Small things that used to stress me out don't stress me out anymore. A lot of my relational conflict has gotten better just because I'm just seeing things in a different way, and I have healed from past small traumas in my life. And I'm thinking much more clearly. I can actually recall information better. I don't have the brain fog that I was having before. Um, and my hope is back. Like I felt like I was kind of in this hopeless state, this just frustrated state and just confused. And I feel like that's gone. So so clarity of the mind has been huge.
Awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. And I know one of the things, I didn't want to cut you off. One of the things you had shared with me the other day was like knowing how to heal yourself, like actually having the tools to navigate your health, what comes up with you, what you need to be able to like find your own root causes and like do this for yourself. Would you mind sharing a little bit about that?
Um, yeah, in the program you learn how to find the root causes of every symptom that comes up, and I I've never experienced that before. And so I was still used to finding this supplement to fix this problem, and most of the time they didn't work. Um, but yeah, it has been freeing to know, no, this is actually the root cause. This is how you can prevent it from happening again, or if it does happen again, this is how you heal from it.
So cool. Yep. And that's a model I had never seen before. I was either dependent upon whoever my doctor was, or the holistic healer. I had to keep going back, and forking out more money, more time, So to be able to have these tools for myself and to teach you guys the same really is, I like how you said it's so freeing, because it's not just, you see people all day long going on social media, what's your best home remedy for this, and
Yeah.
there's like, some of these threads are like 300 things long. And I just want to go on and say, wouldn't you like to know which one of these would work for you? And so that's like the beauty of this work. That was brilliantly how you shared it. Did you believe like all those things we talk about were possible when you started? I know you said you were in a pretty hopeless place, and a lot of people can relate to that, and that they've pretty much tried everything. They've spent all the money. It's just cost them more pain over time, because it hasn't worked. So could you talk about like, what had you dive into this program, even though you were in a hopeless place? And did you think it was actually possible to get everything that you've gotten and know how to manage this for life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in a desperate place, and I wanted so much. Like I just wanted so much this to work. Um, so I think that's what made me believe it. Like I have, because some like things like muscle testing, things I kind of have been turned off to and have seen not work. I have pushed myself to trust, just to trust the process, um, put your faith in it, and just be open, and kind of just going in that mindset is what made me dive in.
Really great. And you pulled out a lot of important points that we listen for. When we talk to you guys, then the first two that you said were, number one, I was fed up. That was my starting point, is I'm fed up. And the second one is desperate. Like, you have to be ready. The pain of staying where you are has to be greater than the pain it would take to change, the pain that it would take to trust again, the pain that it would take to have faith and be open to the process again. And those are the people that really get success in our work, is the ones who are no longer willing to suffer. Like you said, it had to work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to work so bad because I couldn't not do something. And, obviously the principles make sense. Our experts have been doing this a really long time, worked with thousands of people. The system is set, but it really does take something for you to be ready. And I'm really proud to be on this side of your graduation, where you're owning those tools for yourself, and you did the hard work to get what you need.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful, thanks for sharing that with us. What has it been like overall having these tools in your life for yourself? Or how has it been different even in the last couple months than the last couple years, where you went to nutrition school, you've been to a million doctors, you had a ton of stuff, but you weren't well. What's it been like this year?
It's a very different experience because it's putting my health in my own hands. So I am doing the work to make myself better. And it's freeing knowing that I'm not going to have to keep going from doctor, like find another doctor, that I'm committed. Like I'm not going to find another doctor. I'm confident. I'm more confident in how to find for myself what my body needs, rather than relying on someone else's opinion. And being able to navigate, there's so much, I get lots of anxiety with all the information and all the different choices. And so being able to know how to find the best choice for me is comforting, and it stops the stress, and it stops the anxiety about worrying about the what ifs.
So great. I love it. You have your own inner compass that you can just know what to do for yourself, what advice to listen to, what isn't going to work for you. It just cuts out all of that noise. Mm-hmm. That's so great. That's so great. Anything you want to share about working with me specifically or with us specifically? Anything about the program, the company, specific to us?
Yeah. I really felt, I mainly worked with Mikal. I worked with one of the other practitioners just for a little bit, but felt like they cared deeply about my health, and they were passionate about helping me and finding the root causes, and that they were happy to answer questions, and I had a billion of questions, and they were very encouraging, probably the most positive practitioners I have worked with, like instilling hope into me. So I felt like there's always something that I was frustrated with, but after speaking with you, I would like my hope would come back again. Awesome. My confidence would come back again.
So great. And I love, just to share with people, it's real life that we deal with. Mm-hmm. So what's so different, we talk about getting miraculous results that other people aren't getting in the mental health industry, in the regular health industry. And so, people, it's hard for them to relate because usually they've never heard of anything like this. And so it's like, what, you're going to just magic pill it? You're just going to give me some fairy tale. I'm going to drink a magic potion. Like, they can't relate to what this is, but we're so dealing with real life. And I love how you said that. I was always struggling with something in my life, in the program, with my health, with your struggles. And so to actually have a system and a support that's going to deal with real life, deal with real struggles, but instead of trying to isolate the symptom, we're empowering you from the inside out, to have hope, not anxiety, to have clarity, not confusion or overwhelm. so that you know how to overcome those life hurdles. So I love that you said that, because it's so real life. We have to deal with real life, every part of life. All the practical stuff has to work. Your health has to work. Your mind has to work. Your marriage, your finances, your time management, all of it actually has to work for you to get where you want to go. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing that you pointed out. What do you want people to know who might be on the fence about committing to themselves to do this work, committed to healing themselves and finding the real root causes and the lasting solution? What do you, as a graduate, want to let them know?
To know that it is a lot of hard work. It's the most work I've had to do for my own health. But that's a good thing, because now I know how to help myself. I think I wasn't really expecting all the mental connections and the mental changes that were going to happen. Like, I knew that was part, like, I was going to get my symptoms healed. But the healing process is going to be on so many more different levels than you even realize with this program. And so it's surprising in a very, very good way.
I can totally relate to everything you just said. And I love what you're bringing out. It's hard work. It's not magic. It's not wishing. It's like dealing with what's there. And I love how you said, it's stuff that people don't know they don't know. Like, it's going to surprise every person that goes through this program are surprised by what they have to work on, because it's stuff they didn't even know to look or consider was causing the problem. And for me, it's a good thing, not just because of what you said, yes, now I know I've done the hard work. Now I know how to take care of myself, but it's a good thing because it's not the same. You do the same thing, or the same thing expecting different results is like the definition of insanity. So that's also why people experience such miraculous and a lot of times quick results with this program and this work, is because it's not the same thing. We're dealing with so many different areas of life that you've never dealt with before. And that's what is needed to actually address the root causes and get you well when everything else has failed. So I really love and value to hear that from you as a graduate. It's not pie in the sky stuff. It's not wishful thinking. It's not, just have faith and hope. It's, this is really hard work. It's the hardest work I have ever done also. And, but it's worth it. And you actually get to have what you really want in life. So wonderful. Is there anything else you want to talk about or share? Or did we pretty much cover it?
I think we've covered it.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to get my video back up. Thanks for sharing, Sarah. So valuable to hear your experience and to watch your leadership and being willing to get outside your comfort zone and have faith and trust the process, trust the experts, and be open, even when we told you to do similar things that other people did. They worked this time. And, I just want to tell everyone else, if you're on the fence and you are fed up and desperate to heal, whether that's physically or mentally or emotionally, and you need that little push, and you really identify with what Sarah's talked about, and you also want the results that she's gotten and the ability to continue to heal herself and deal with whatever shows up in life or in her body or in her mind or in her heart, I will include, there's a link below the video to schedule a free breakthrough call, and that is to apply to speak with us for free, to look at what's going on for you. And the purpose of that call is to get crystal clear on what's going on, what's working and what's not, and what your goals are. And if it's a good fit and we know how to help you get exactly where you want to go, we'll show you how. Just like we did with Sarah, we'll walk you through what that process looks like and help you take those next steps. And if not, if it's not time or it's not a good fit, that does not matter. We will also tell you at any point, because we only take people on that we know we can help and we know we can get where we've gotten Sarah and beyond. She's got goals beyond this that she's going to work on. So hopefully, Sarah, we can hear from you later too in a couple more months. But, you know, the thing is, you got to take action and get into communication. So we're here, we know what we do, we know what results we can produce, and it's really for those people who are committed. They are desperate for change, they're no longer willing to suffer, and they need this to work. And you know, that commitment and that level of coachability is all that we need from you to be able to walk you through our system that works. So thanks so much, Sarah. Such a pleasure to talk to you. And thanks so much, guys, for listening to Sarah's amazing story. And we hope to see you guys around. And I hope to hear from you on a breakthrough call. Thanks so much.